Good morning. I welcome you to a moment with Paul. Today, I would like to talk about debts. Debts are a nagging problem, and I feel it is very timely to talk about debts, especially during this month of December when there are so many competitive demands, and yet there is January where you have to really grapple with the challenges of school fees. Now, debts, it's hard to live without debts. But the question is, how do you manage debts? Sometimes it has become difficult and a nightmare for people to pay back their debts. When you owe somebody money, you are supposed to pay back that money. And so, I want I want to discuss this morning on how do you go about paying debts. There are different methods of paying debts. You may be having so many debts, not one. And so now when you have got so many debts, how do you go about paying those debts? One, you can use a method which we call the snowball method. The snowball method, you start paying the small debts first, then you go up. Then the second one, you can use what we call the avalanche method. The avalanche method of paying debts is whereby you pay debts based on the interests. So what you do, you start paying debts which have got high interest rates. So please, just remember, the snowball method of paying debts and the avalanche method, they are a little bit different. One snowball is going to consider the amount, the principal. But in avalanche method, is the interest which you are to pay. So those are two methods which you can use to sort out your debts. Now, how do you solve the issue of debts? One, there is the aspect of doing hard work. You have to work extra hard. You have to do hustling. You have to do moonlighting to help you sort out the debts. This is because with the debts, you cannot have peace of mind. It can give you stress, depression. Because to some extent, the auctioneer summer will be on you. It will be hanging on you like the sword of Damocles. There is the aspect of problem of comparing things. There is the aspect also of comparing things. When you have to buy things, please make sure you do comparison. Do what we do in the shopping. Don't just go and buy an item just like that. Please compare. Take time to compare. And that is why it's very important for you to take at least 24 hours before you make a decision. Sleep over it. Before you make a decision on buying an item, think over, sleep over it. That is very, very important. Sleep over that problem. It's very important. It's also important that you don't just rush to buy new things and to discard the old things because there are some things new in the market. Be very, very cautious. Don't be moved by just buying things at the spur of moment or what we call impulse buying. It's important for you to be careful that you don't buy things just for the sake of it. So when it comes to big purchases like mortgages, like cars, Big purchases where you have to use a lot of money, please take a lot of time. You don't sit on it even 24 hours. You can sit on it even for a year. You weigh the pros and the cons before you make a purchase. Don't just change your car because your friend has bought a new model. Take time. Because when it comes to a car, don't change your car unless that car has stayed for at least 3 years. You should also set clear financial goals. Set your priorities. Don't be doing this just for the sake of it. Have a priority. Which item is urgent and important? Urgent but not important. Not urgent and not important. These are some of the things to help you when it comes to prioritization. It's important to prioritize. There is an item which is very crucial because of certain reasons, and that item should be given a score number 1. It's also important for you to do savings. Living a hand-to-mouth life where you are not saving even a shilling is setting on a disaster. It's important for you to do saving, even if it is 1 shilling. If you are earning 10 shilling, make sure you save 1 shilling. That one is very important. Why is it very important? Without savings, you cannot be able to do even investment. For those who are conversant with economics, the famous economist Maynard Keynes, who came up with the Keynesian theory, he said investment is equal to savings. If you don't save, you cannot invest. And if you don't invest, how will life be? This is part 1 of which I'm doing to share with you about how to slay the dragon of debt. How do you come up out of this culture of debt? Because you might have lived a life whereby debt is a part of life. You cannot imagine living a life without debt. And that is why some people can even get 5 loans at a go, and they try to do gambling. You just become more like a financial juggler. So I hope you have enjoyed this part 1 of slaying the dragon of debt. Thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Thank you.